Here we are in Steel City Cafe.
Brianna Kelly is up to bat.
Ready? Here I go. Here comes the
Wait. All right, here's the pitch. And that ball's out of here.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it fly.
It's right there. It's right there.
I thought I was good. Maybe that's why I don't play baseball.
Yeah, you thought wrong. You thought in general was your first mistake. Well, I'm sure the baseball coach could help you out, the new one.
Well, who is it?
It's Mr. Campbell, our engineering teacher.
Oh, I'm going to go to him and I'm going to ask him for tips how I can actually get that home run.
And maybe you'll make the baseball team.
I'm a girl.
Yeah, so maybe you'll make the softball team.
Yeah.
But probably that's all I ask.
Oh.
Okay, so let's go check out the new baseball coach and see what he's got in store for this season. Maybe there's a spot for you.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Pretty sure he has some big plans, though.
Yeah, definitely, like, hopefully postseason.
Ooh, fancy.
Ooh, so let's go check that out.
Hi, I'm Kushpa Patel here with Mr. Campbell, the baseball coach. So, Mr. Campbell, when does your season start?
Okay, our season starts, we'll begin tryouts on March 3rd, on Monday. We'll do probably a week's worth of tryouts and then we'll get our roster set. And on the 13th is our very first scrimmage. We'll be scrimmaging, I believe, Pope John Paul.
And why is it important to have fans there?
Well, it's always great to have fans in the stands for the kids who are playing. It's important for them to feel supported by the school and by the community. It always elevates your play. Even anybody who has ever played a sport or done an activity like play or orchestra or anything, I think you always feel better and play better when you have family and friends in the stands there to support you. So, of course, it'll be better for them in their performance if they have those same family and friends and students to support.
And this is your 6th year coaching, correct?
Yes, I was the freshman coach for 5. That's actually, I guess, my 7th. I was the freshman coach for 5 years. I was a JV coach last year, and I took over the varsity job this year.
So what are your structures for the team this year?
Okay, we're going to do things a little bit differently than have been done in the past. What we plan to do is we're going to run the JV and the varsity as a practiced team together. We plan to keep our roster a little more fluid. That would allow for players on the JV to move up to the varsity and for players who were sitting at varsity level to go down to JV and stay fresh. They'll go down for a game. If they've been sitting for 2 games and haven't gotten a chance to get in or get an at-bat, we'll send those guys down to JV for a game and let them get 3 or 4 at-bats in there. And that way we can keep that roster fresh. We can give the kids who are at JV a chance to see what a varsity game is like, the speed, the higher level of ability and play that's there, and they can kind of start to see where they need to improve and get acclimated so that they can improve and be ready for their opportunity when they come up to the varsity full-time.
And who else is in the coaching staff?
Okay, this year my coaching staff, we had a little bit of shifting. I moved Luke Stem, who was our freshman coach and a former player, up to the JV position. He'll be the junior varsity coach. We hired Paul Bankus, who is a science teacher here in the building. He'll be the freshman coach, and a name that many of the people in the Norristown community will be familiar with. Rod Vaughn, who was the West Norton Little League director for a number of years and a coach of the 14 and 15-year-old baseball team. He took them to state championships several times. He's going to be my varsity assistant. So.
And how important are the seniors to the team this year?
Our seniors are going to be our leaders. There are 6 who are integral parts and who are part of last year's senior-laden varsity. JT Vaughn is one of our pitchers. He's our lead pitcher probably. Vinny Catagnis is probably our greatest power supply. Dave Randolph is an excellent all-around player. Chris Curl is our catcher. He'll be a leader in the infield and directing. I have a lot of expectations from him. Joey Vellante will be a big part of our team. And I'm sorry, I just forgot who else I was, and I don't want to leave anybody out. Harry Falco. Harry Falco is our shortstop, and he'll be one of our leaders in the infield. All of those guys have played for me at one time during their career, whether it was at freshman or JV, and I have great expectations for them. I think they're going to be really good this year.
Anything else you want to add?
Just that I'm really looking forward to this season. I feel like I've learned a lot over the course of time. I wanted to make sure that when I hired my staff that they were people who were familiar with Norristown baseball. Luke Stem was a player both in East Arton and here at the high school. He was a varsity player for 3 years. He's very familiar with the community. He's a younger guy. He's finishing up his college career. He's doing his student teaching and getting ready to enter teaching as a career. He's also a diving coach here at the high school, so he's very familiar with the way we operate, very familiar with the kids. Roddy Vaughn has been a lifelong resident. He was a graduate of Norristown High School. He knows the kids from the Little League. I really wanted to try and bring the community back to Norristown baseball and have them feel confident about it. That, you know, I might not be from this community, but I recognize the history of Norristown baseball, and that we can rebuild that and bring that back so that everybody can feel a part of the team.
All right. And this was Kushpa Patel here with Mr. Campbell, the baseball coach. Now back to the Eagles Eye.